We're trying to create a space for women to have a voice, to talk about their issues, but also they are part of decision-making processes in their communities and their voice is heard. My name is Langa. I come from Emalahleni in the Mpumalanga province. I work with women from mining-affected communities. So I run a study circle, which started with like 20 women, but currently we're growing, so we are at 232. So the day-to-day challenges are amongst issues of gender-based violence, access to water, access to healthcare services, but also, the unemployment rate, right, that is drastically growing in the country, which directly affects women, but also the extractive activities that are happening in our communities, which also speaks to the level of pollution, contamination of water, land grabbing, and so on. So the issues are endless, right? The study circle recently started, during COVID-19, but I've been an activist even before. And the kind of work that I've been doing was organizing women from mining-affected communities and giving them education, like to sensitize them and educate them about the negative impact of mining. So we're like, then let's create a space for women where we come together, we read as a collective, and we share, but we also talk about, the current issues, the politics that are happening around us. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a space for women to have a voice, to talk about their issues without anyone, dictating or trying to channel their thinking or decisions. But also we're trying to build resistance amongst women to say in their own communities they must be able to resist, whether they are resisting issues of gender-based violence or they are resisting the mining companies that want to start, but also they are part of decision-making processes in their communities and their voice is heard. So it's quite important that we don't do things in silos, but we engage other stakeholders, we engage policymakers, we engage government officials so that we deal with those kind of issues. What motivates me is, seeing Black young women leading, taking position, owning power, and, speaking their mind and being listened to. The reason I applied for this fellowship at Tekano, it's because I saw an opportunity to grow as an individual, but also to learn from other leaders or like-minded people. But also not only for me, to make sure that I take all the learnings, all the teachings back into the study circle, into the communities. So it's quite important for me to be in the space so that I can learn, but also share my lived experiences so that they can also learn. I believe we need each other. And also for collaborating with the fellows. It's quite beautiful. Already I know the number of people that I want to collaborate with. Also the coaching sessions to say, hey coach, I'm struggling with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know that I have someone by my side who can coach me and tell me that, no, let's try it this way. So it's quite important. So I'm excited to be a fellow.